Hola a todos, buenas noches. Son las 7 de la noche del sábado 23 de diciembre de 2023. Estamos desde Colombia transmitiendo. Soy Mike y quiero darle la bienvenida a una clase más en vivo. Adventures with Red, mi amiga Serena está presente. Un saludo cordial y afectuoso para ella. Hi everybody, good evening. Today is Saturday, December 23. It's 7 p.m. in Colombia. This is Mike, and I want to bid you welcome to another live class. Thank you to my friend Serena. She's always here with us. Whomever wants to, I don't know if there's people here who like gaming. She's a gamer. She's got a channel. I'm gonna give you youtube.com/at adventures with Red. She's got a lot of videos there. And tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, we're celebrating Christmas. Well, most people is celebrating Christmas. Merry Christmas for everybody. And today we're keeping on studying the imperative mood. Hopefully, we're going to finish this year with this subject. It's an interesting subject. It's a complex subject, but nonetheless, with a little bit of practice and study, we can get there and understand and practice and learn how to master the imperative mood in Spanish. It's not as easy as it is in English, but we can learn, and we've been doing that for the past two videos, and this is another video in which we're going to talk about the imperative mood. And I think we're gonna have one video left because I've been checking the subject, and there's a lot to practice. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to study, and I don't want to spend too long explaining a lot of things and then getting maybe mixed up with stuff and everything. So we're going to start today. Oh, once again, thank you very much for the ones who are subscribers. Remember, if you're subscribed to the channel, you can be part of the chat during the live classes, during the live broadcasting. If you like these videos, you know what to do. Share with your friends, group, social media. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell button in order to get notifications, so you can keep updated on the videos we're posting on a weekly basis, and also participating during the live classes in the chat during the classes, of course. Also, I want to thank each and every one of you, the ones who participate in the membership program. We really appreciate that. That's a great way to show your appreciation and support for the channel. So we're going with part 3 of the understanding how to use the imperative mood in Spanish. And tonight we're going to deal with something which is kind of interesting and kind of complex for Spanish. Of course, Spanish is kind of more complicated than English, and it's the imperative mood using direct and indirect complement, which is, this is not really complement, but indirect. The name in Spanish is complement, but I think I translated it incorrectly. Object, pronouns. Oops, sorry. Object, pronouns. So in English, direct and indirect objects in English are me for I, you for you, him for he, her for she, it for it, us for we, and them for they. How do we know if we're using a direct or indirect object in English? In English, we know that because we ask what or whom for the direct object. So we say, she saw you. What did she see? She saw you. So you are a direct object, because that's where the action of the verb is being applied directly. That's the direct object. Indirect object is to whom or for whom is inflected that action, is made that action. So if I say she gave you the book, what did she get? What did she give? Which would be what the I'm asking for the direct object. She did the book. So the direct object in this sentence is the book. To whom did she give the book? To you. So the indirect object in this sentence is you. So basically, that's the way the direct and indirect object work in English. That's fairly easy. It's no more complicated than that. It's fairly easy. The thing gets mixed up and the plot thickens when we try to use the same ideas in Spanish, because it doesn't necessarily work exactly the same, especially when we're using the imperative mood, which is the subject that we're studying. So first, let's see what are the direct object pronouns in Spanish. In Spanish, we have, for each one of the personal pronouns, yo, tú, usted, él, ella, ello, nosotros, ustedes, ellos, ellas. So this is this is for I. This is for you, singular, informal, close relationships. This is for you, singular, formal. This is for he, for she, for it, for we, for you, plural, for they, male, and for they, female. It gets complicated just starting by that, right? And ello, remember that when we were watching, if you haven't watched that video yet, please check it out. I have that on the channel when we studied the personal pronouns in Spanish. For it, we don't use a personal pronoun. We can say ello or eso, we can say that, but in most of the times we just skip that pronoun. So that's the reason why I put that little sign here, making reference to really, it's not really ello, but it's a way for us to know that this is it. This is it. This is I. Whoops. I. This is you. Singular, formal. You know what's. This is you. Singular, informal. I mean, singular, informal. Singular, formal. This is for he. For he. This is for she. It. This is for we. This is for you, plural. And these two are for they, whoops, male, and they, female, right? So we have the personal pronouns here, Spanish, English. We have the direct object in Spanish and in English. For yo is me, in English is me, right? For you, in this case, tú, which would be singular, informal, close relationships, we have te, which would be you in English. For usted, singular, formal, we have lo for male and la for female. Wow, it gets a little bit complicated, which is you in English. As I said before, English is way easier than this. Give me a second. Okay. For él, for he, we have lo, which is him. For ella, we have she. For ella, we have la, which would be her. For ello, remember, it would be lo if it's something that it's male, and if it's la, if it's something that it's female. Remember, in Spanish, let's say the computer is an it, right? It, the computer. The computer in Spanish is el computador, can be male, or we can say la computadora, female. El carro, the car. The car is it, and that's male, el carro. The cup, la taza, it's an it, and in this case is la because it's female. For the direct object pronoun, we have lo and la for it, depending on the gender, for it. For nosotros, we have nos, which would be us. For ustedes, we would have los for male, las for female, which would be you in English. And for they, we have los male and las female, right? That's one of the tricky parts. understanding that the direct object pronoun in Spanish, so that's the table in which we know which are the direct object pronouns. And same thing, we ask what or whom. When we say she saw you, in Spanish we say ella te vio. Ella te vio, right? What did she see? She saw you. The direct object is you. And as you can see, for you we have te. Ella te vio. In the case of Spanish, we put the object pronoun before the verb. In English, we have the object pronoun after a verb. Saw you in Spanish would be te vio. If it was she saw him, it would be ella lo vio. If it's she saw them male, it would be ella los vio, and so and so. I have these conjugations, these examples here, I'm sorry, with these sentences. We have for me, I, for you, for you, for him, for her, for it, for us, for you, and for you, right? I think I left them outside here. Yeah, I left them outside. Yeah. I can try and we can find that. I remember them. Los recuerdo, male. I remember them. Las recuerdo. This is just because I just missed this too. Okay, so for I have me, right? According in English would be help me for I. In Spanish would be me. And remember, the me goes before the verb. Ellos me ayudan. They help me. Ellos me ayudan. Ana remembers you, which is informal. You informal. I can say Ana te recuerda a ti. Tú, right? I respect you. It should be formal male. Yo lo respeto. See? I'm just following this, right? I respect you if I'm in female formal relationships. I say yo la respeto. Yo la respeto a usted. I'm talking to a lady. Yo lo respeto a usted. I'm talking to a guy. We saw him. Nosotros lo vimos. Él. You wait for her. Ustedes la esperan. Ella. He sings it. Él la canta. O lo canta. In this case, la canta la canción. She needs it. Ella lo necesita. Lo necesita. El carro. Female, male. And this is it. Basically, based on whatever the object we're talking about. Canción, female. Carro, male. Right? My dad can take us there. Mi papá nos puede llevar allá. Take us. Nos puede llevar. We like to invite you. Nosotros lo queremos. We like to invite you. Nos gusta invitarlo. Lo queremos invitar. Male, plural. We can pick you up. Plural, female. Nosotros las podemos recoger. And I remember them. Male, lo recuerdo. I remember them. Las recuerdo. Female. As you can see, this is the way. This is just an idea of how the direct pronoun works in Spanish. And for the indirect object pronouns, we have for yo, me, for tú, te, for usted, le, and it's the same for él, ella, ello, nos for nosotros, and les for ustedes, ellos, ellas. As you can see, these are different than these ones. There's a difference. It's not the same in English. In English, we say the same for both indirect and direct object pronouns. In Spanish, we don't. And same thing for an indirect object, we know depending on to whom we ask. To whom or for whom. She gave you the book. Ella te dio el libro. Whom did she give the book to? You, a ti. Te dio. And again, te dio, it goes before the verb, indirect object pronoun. So I have some examples here. I have He brought me the bag. Él me trajo. He brought me. Él me trajo. ¿Qué trajo? La bolsa. My mom saved you. Mi mamá te guardó. Informal. You informal. My son wants to. My son. Shoot. My son wants to sing you a song. Female. Formal. Mi hijo le quiere cantar una canción. Le, it doesn't matter if it's male or female in the indirect object. Same here. Ellos, ellas is less. It doesn't matter. It's the same for female, male, female. She brings him sweets. Ella le trae dulces. He always buys her flowers. Él siempre le compra. You see, her and him, it's also le. There's no difference with when it comes to the indirect object in Spanish. I gave it a look. Le di una mirada. It, le di. Our friends bring us beers. Nuestros amigos nos traen cervezas. I told you the truth. Les dije la verdad. A ustedes. Can be male, female, whatever. I read them a book. I read them a book. Yo les leo un libro. And this is the way the indirect and direct object pronouns work in Spanish. Faith Connell, hi, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, gracias por estar aquí. Gracias a todos quienes van llegando. Y gracias a quienes nos están viendo en diferido. And thank you for all of you, the ones who are watching this video later, because this is part of, playlist and so and so and so. Ok. Ahora, vamos a ver qué pasa con el modo imperativo con los objetos con los pronombres de objetos directos. So we're going to watch now, we're going to study. And remember, if you like this video, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, group, social media. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell button in order to get notifications because we're posting videos on a weekly basis. So let's check what's happening when the imperative mood is used with direct object pronouns. First of all, it is important to know that being the imperative mood a form applied to the second person, the use of you as object pronoun in an imperative mood sentence would be the reflexive form because it's something that you're doing on yourself, right? Because you're the object pronoun. So we already studied that, so we're not going to include the use of you in these examples, right? The you as the object pronoun because of this. Now, how do we do imperative sentences, affirmative imperative sentences with two you singular informal close relationships? It follows the same rules for the verbs that we had for the imperative mood, for all of the verbs. The only thing is that we add the object pronoun after the verb, immediately after the verb. So when I say open the window, abre la ventana, it would be with the object pronoun would be open it, right? Open it. And for it, we already have the object pronoun la. For it, la. Ventana is female, so I use la. Abre la. If it would be abre el cajón, por ejemplo, el cajón, which is male. Ábrelo, right? Open it, ábrelo, if it's male. But the ventana is female, ábrela. So we use the object, the direct object pronoun, just immediately after the verb conjugation in the imperative mood. For two, that's fairly easy. So we have simple present, the conjugation for the verb in the imperative mood would be this. For two, we have the personal object pronoun. The object pronoun, not personal pronoun. And we're going to make some examples, to have some examples here with three verbs. Llevar, creer, y sacudir. Llevar, take. So I say, take me home. This is an imperative. I'm using a direct object pronoun. Take me. Llévame, right? Llévame a casa. In this case, I use lleva, llevar, lleva. I conjugated the verb llevar in the imperative mood, according to this, llevar, lleva, and I add, for me, llévame. You see, the way I explained here. Verb conjugated in the imperative mood plus the object pronoun in Spanish. So for llevar, llévame, llévame, llévame a casa, right? So you can see. Take him home, lleva, because for imperative mood it's already lleva, because it's lleva, it's imperative mood already conjugated. Lleva, lleva, lleva. Take him home. In this case, lleva, him would be lo. Llévalo a casa. For him, right? For him, llévalo. Remember, this is lleva. This is already the conjugation for imperative mood. Let's switch this to red here. Real quick. Just this is for checking, right? Lleva. Lleva would be the conjugation of the verb llevar. Llevar in the imperative mood, right? Lleva applied to tú for you, singular formal, informal close relationships. And for me, llévame a casa. For him, llévalo a casa. For her, llévala a casa. For it, llévalo o llévala a casa, depending if it's male or female. For us, llévanos a casa. For them, llévalos a casa, male. And for them, female, llévalas a casa. For creer, same thing. For creer. Creer ends in er, cree, right? That would be the conjugation. And créeme, créelo, créela, stuff and stuff. In this case, believe me, créeme. And for shake, sacudir. Entonces, sacudir, sacude. Sacude. Shake them would be sacúdelos, sacúdelas. And I have the conjugation rules for the imperative mood used with direct object pronouns in affirmative sentences using you as tú. Singular, informal, close relationships. What happens if we're using negative sentences? It follows the same rules for verbs. But what we do is we use no, then we use the object pronoun, and then we use the verb in the imperative form. So if I say don't open the window, I say no abras la ventana. Don't open it, no la abras. You see, when I use the imperative mood with the object pronoun comes here according to this structure. And it follows these conjugation rules that we have already studied and these personal pronouns that we just learned. So if we use don't take me home, no me lleves a casa. Don't take him home, no lo lleves a casa. Don't take her home, no la lleves a casa. Don't take it home, no lo male lleves a casa, no la female lleves a casa. Don't take us home, no nos lleves a casa. Don't take them home, male, no los lleves a casa. Don't take them home, female, no las lleves a casa. I'm just following the structure that I just showed here and following the conjugation rule that we already have learned. For the verb creer, believe, don't believe me, no me creas. And for the verb sacudir, don't shake them, no los sacudas, male, no las sacudas, female. Yes, this is too much. And this is why I told you I'm going to go easy with these explanations, and I'm going to try and use this, to give this in different videos, separate videos. Ozan Kebag, yes, he plays in. Hey, Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad para ti, Feliz Navidad para todos. Gracias por estar acá. Okay, so what happens if instead of tú, we use usted for you? We can just do that. Singular, formal. So it follows the same rules for verbs in the imperative mood, and we add the object pronoun at the end. Exactly like that. And so if I say abre la ventana, open the window, open it, ábrela. Instead, it's in this case it's abra la ventana. Sorry, por usted. Abra. Sorry. Abra, ábrala. Ábrala. Abrir, abra. Right? We follow these conjugation rules for usted and the direct object pronoun. So if I say Take me home if I'm telling to you, but you as usted, I don't say llévame, but I say lléveme. You see, llévame tú, lléveme usted. Spanish, so complex. For him, llévelo a casa. For her, llévela a casa. You see, in this case, conjugation is lleve instead of lleva. Lleva for tú, lleve for usted. You see the difference? Lleve, 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 lleve. It's always marked as mistakes, but there are no mistakes. Take him home, llévelo a casa. Take her home, llévela a casa. Take it home, llévelo, male, llévela, female, a casa. Take us home, llévenos a casa, usted. Take them home, male, llévelos a casa. Take them home, female, llévelas a casa. Usted. Believe me, créame. Usted, créame. Shake them, sacúdalos, usted, male. Sacúdalas, usted, female. And if we are using negative sentences, it's the same. We use no, then the object pronoun, and then the verb conjugated based on this form. So if I say, no abra usted, no abra la ventana, we say, don't open it, no la abra. We follow these rules. So for llevar, we say, don't take me home, no me lleve a casa. You see, this doesn't change. The only thing that changes is the object pronoun. Don't take him home, no lo lleve a casa. Don't take her home, no la lleve a casa. Don't take it home, male, no lo lleve a casa. Don't take it home, female, no la lleve a casa. Don't take us home, no nos lleve a casa. Don't take them home, male, no los lleve a casa. Don't take them home, female, no las lleve a casa. And for believe, don't believe me, no me crea. Usted, don't shake them, male, no los sacuda. Usted, don't shake them, male, female, no las sacuda. And so we have for usted. Now, what happens? Remember that in Spanish, this gets complicated because you can be tú, usted, or ustedes. So what happens if instead of tú or usted, we mean you, ustedes, plural? So we have the same rule for verbs in the imperative form, and we add the object pronoun, exactly like that. So in this case, I say, open the window. Abran la ventana. I say, open it. Ábranla. Ábranla. We follow the conjugations for the imperative mood for ustedes, and we follow the object pronoun that we just learned, the direct object pronoun. So, take me home. You, as plural in Spanish. If I'm talking to you, plural, ustedes, I say, llévenme a casa. And as you can see, lleven would be the verb, lleven, the conjugation. Take him home, llévenlo a casa. Take her home, llévenla a casa. Take it home, male, llévenlo a casa. Take it home, female, llévenla a casa. This is very interesting because we have double N here. Take us home, llévennos a casa. A lot of native speakers don't know or don't realize that this N has to be double. It has to be double. Llévenlos a casa. Take them home. Ustedes. Llévenlas a casa. Take them home. Female. Ustedes. Believe me. Créanme. Ustedes. You. Plural. Shake them. Sacúdanlos. Ustedes. You. Plural. Male. Sacúdanlas. You. Plural. Female. And if it's a negative sentence, I'm sorry, it's the same. We use no, we use the object pronoun and then the verb conjugated. Entonces, so we say, no abran la ventana, don't open the window. No la abran, don't open it. So we follow the conjugations for the imperative mood, for ustedes, in the negative form, and we follow the object pronoun to place just before the verb. So we have, don't take me home. You, plural. No me lleven a casa. Ustedes. Don't take him home. No lo lleven a casa. Ustedes. Don't take her home. No la lleven a casa. Ustedes. Don't take it home. No lo lleven a casa. Male. Ustedes. No la lleven a casa. Female. Ustedes. Don't take us home. No nos lleven a casa. Don't take them home. No los lleven a casa. Don't take them home. No las lleven a casa. Los female, los male, las female. And for believe, don't believe me, no me crean. Don't shake them, no los sacudan, female. Don't shake them, no las sacudan, male, and no las sacudan, female. And so we have finished with you in its three different forms. You in the imperative mood with object pronouns, with direct object pronouns, when it's translated as you, as tú, singular, formal, close relationships, informal close relationships, as usted, singular, formal, as ustedes, plural. And now, because remember that in Spanish, when we use the direct, imperative mood, we can also include ourselves, like we, let's, right? Let's. So when we do that, when we make affirmative sentences in the imperative mood for nosotros, for us, then we use the let's, the verb, and we add at the end the object pronoun. The verb conjugation is the same as the regular conjugation for nosotros. So let's open the windows. Abramos la ventana. Let's open the window. Open it. Let's open it. Let's open it. Abramosla. See, let's open it. Abramosla. 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 That's the conjugation. So we follow the same conjugation for the imperative mood, and we add the object pronoun. I'm sorry. So let's take him home. Llevémoslo a casa. That would be the conjugation. Let's take her home. Llevémosla. Llevémosla a casa. Let's take it home, male. Llevémoslo a casa. Let's take it home, female. Llevémosla a casa. Let's take them home. Llevémoslos a casa, male. Let's take them home. Llevémoslas a casa, female. And for prendamos, I used the different verb because I wanted to use prender, which is a regular verb that we can use for the imperative mood. In this case, let's light it. Prendámoslo. Prendámoslo, it. And let's shake them. Sacudámoslos, male. Let's shake them. Sacudámoslas, female. What happened if we have the negative sentences using nosotros? Same thing. We use no. We use the object pronoun and then the verb conjugated. No habrá. Let's not open the window. No abramos. No abramos la ventana. Let's not open it. No la abramos. That's the conjugation. This is the basic conjugation. So we use the conjugation for regular verbs in the imperative mood for us, for we, and we use the direct object pronouns. So in this case, let's not take him home. No lo llevemos a casa. Let's not take her home. No la llevemos a casa. Let's not take him home. No lo llevemos a casa. If it's male. Let's not take it home. No la llevemos a casa. If it's female. Let's not take them home. No los llevemos a casa. Let's not take them home. No las llevemos a casa. Los, male, las, female. And for lighted, let's not light it. No lo prendamos, male. Remember, can be male, female. For it, Lola. No la prendamos, female. Let's not shake them. No lo sacudamos, male for them. No la sacudamos, female for them. And so we have learned how to conjugate regular verbs in the imperative mood. In this video, we have learned how to use those verbs when they have included the object pronoun in Spanish. It's not as easy as it is in English. But nonetheless, we can get how to work with this. And we just basically need to learn how to conjugate the verbs, which is something that we've been doing for the past few videos. And also we need to learn about the object pronouns, which is kind of complicated, but direct object pronouns. So that's it for tonight. We still have pending the indirect object pronouns, which would be the last class, 4th class. And remember that for irregular verbs, there are no rules. In these 4 videos, we're gonna have rules that you can learn and you can practice with regular verbs using the imperative mood. A lot to do, a lot to practice. But for the irregular verbs, you need to go and learn that by heart. So I'll try for the 4th video, if I can, and maybe I'll have a 5th video in which I can show you some irregular verbs using the imperative mood. So we'll see if we can do that. I think next one would be the last class of the year, which would be next week, I guess. I don't know if you have any questions, but that was pretty much it for tonight. Whoops, sorry, it's not the ending card. It's not the thank you yet. Sorry. Okay, so I think that's it for tonight. I hope this has been helpful. Remember, there's so far we have 3 videos in which we've been learning how to use the imperative mood, and the idea is to go deep on this. So remember, this is a matter of practice. You need to practice. You need to practice a lot in order to understand and learn this. Otherwise, you just, oh yeah, I know how it works, and that's it. No, you need to practice. So I think that's it for tonight. Remember, if you like the video, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, groups, social media. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell button in order to get notifications, because we're posting videos on a weekly basis. And that also helps us in order to grow. And it's going to let you participate in the chat window, the chat sessions during these live classes. Faith, thank you very much. Osen, thank you very much. My dear friend Serena, thank you very much. My best friend, thank you very much you for being here. And also to the people who's watching this later, because this is part of a playlist. Remember that tonight is today is Saturday 23, December the 23rd, 2023, and we're pretty much, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great time. And I think we're gonna have the last class of the year. I don't know, maybe Monday or Tuesday next week. That would be it. And then we're gonna have maybe 1-2 weeks recess, and then we're going to come back. I want to let you know, I don't know if you've seen if you have been watching my videos of Mike's World. Lately I've been making videos of myself cooking, Japanese cooking. So I'm going to stop with that. It might be fun, but I'm going to go with some more things, more like Colombian things, not Japanese things. And for those who like Japanese cooking and practicing your Spanish skills, I've started a brand new channel. The channel, let me see if I can get you the URL right now. Cocina Fácil con Mike. Cocina Japonesa. The name is Cocina Japonesa Fácil con Mike. and the URL is this. I'm going to be posting videos of Japanese cooking, easy recipes that you can make on your own, and it's gonna be in Spanish, so that's a good way for practicing your Spanish, learning words and stuff like that. I'm also going to start speaking a little bit of Japanese because I like languages and I want to learn. One day I hope I'm gonna be able to speak fluent Japanese. Right now I don't have people to practice with, but I'm trying to learn a few things. And that's gonna be it basically. So thank you for being here. Have a great night. Once again, Merry Christmas and see you next week. Looking forward to seeing you in more videos. Have fun. Cuídense. Feliz Navidad. Que lo pasen muy bien. Buenas noches. Chao.